Hello guys! Did I put the do not disturb? I guess so. Hi guys! Hi Cynthia! I'm sorry I'm late. I was looking at the clock right here and it was 5 minutes late. So here I am. Hi you guys. Welcome. So very busy episode today because we're gonna make soup, and we're also gonna make some roasted squash because I was really craving it. So let me just check in with you guys all, and then we can start cooking. Oh, thanks for making dinner. How are you guys? How was your weekend? Marissa, how are you today? Oh, it started a little blue, but it got much better, and there's a nice breeze right now, so makes me really happy. There's a beautiful sky, and there's a lovely breeze right here. Look, it looks like a movie set. Babe, look, there's the wind that is blowing my hair. Hi guys, all good. It was a lovely weekend. You got a new Tom Petty album, Christy. Hi all. Okay, so let me tell you, first of all, I want to start putting this squash in the oven because I'm really craving it. So we're gonna make soup, and I'll tell you why it's so important for me to make an episode that just revolves around soup. Let's start with this. I want to show you. I started already because I wanted to put them in the oven. I have a kabocha squash, which is my favorite squash because it's so creamy. It almost tastes like chestnut. I love it. And there was this beautiful Japanese restaurant that unfortunately closed in LA. Inaka, they had the best kabocha soup squash. It's kabocha squash soup. So, kabocha, what I'm doing, I'm just gonna slice it like this. I wanna show you. The reason why I started doing it before, because it kind of takes a little bit of time and also takes some muscles. I'm gonna take my wedding ring off so that I don't ruin it. I don't know, can you guys do everything with your wedding ring on if you have a wedding ring? Because I take it off constantly because I don't want to ruin it, and I often forget it places. So, but you don't really cook. So let's do one more slice of this, and then I'll show you what I did. I'll show you what I did with this. Okay, so what we're doing here.
This for Halloween. It's a kind of pumpkin squash, and that looks like the knife from Psycho.
This is not for Halloween. This is for tonight's dinner, and I think that we're gonna have it with. I'm just gonna put some herbs, and I think that I may actually have it with some melted cheese on top, because I feel decadent. So I like to cut the corners here, like and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with that later. So I'm gonna clean it, okay, like this. The kabocha is a little hard to cut, but then I love to roast all my squashes with the peel on, because especially because the other one that is an acorn squash, I really love to eat the peel, it's crunchy and it creates that beautiful texture when you roast it. Made butternut balls, yummy, yay! I'm so glad you like that. You know that day, I'll tell you the truth, I really forgot salt, and so I couldn't eat them because there were no salt. But Catherine loved them, and she actually ate them all. Now, these tips here, we are keeping them for the soup because the kabocha squash makes a beautiful, creamy vegetables. So I have kept all the tips here for the soup. Now, while I'm preparing the two squash, before I focus on them, I want to tell you why soup, and why I'm talking about soup now that I'm saving these tips. What I love about soup, just like a salad, is that you can have a base, and then have fun with it and making whatever you want according to how you feel about it, right? So I love the creativity. This is an acorn squash, okay? Love the color, love the flowery shape, and it makes a beautiful roasted squash. So I love the creativity and how versatile a soup is. And also according to what you crave. Like for example, today I'm making a spinach, potato, rice, and split pea soup. Why? Because Catherine needs to eat some greens, and the only way she eats her produce is either in a soup or in a meatball. So she hasn't, or in a juice, California chick. So I'm going to make her a soup, and she's gonna eat her spinach, okay? So that's why. And with you, I'm actually then gonna try a butternut squash and mushroom soup that I made the other day that has exactly the same base as this one. So I really wanna show you how easy it is, how fun it is, and it's an amazing thing to keep in the freezer, and then you can throw it and anytime you need a dinner in a hurry. And also every soup, the longer you keep, like it needs the time, so the soup is always better a day or two later. So that's why soup is really important. We're gonna really have fun with it. Now let's start with this kabocha, okay? There's a lot of kabocha here. I may actually have to keep some for the soup because there's really a lot. What we're gonna do here, can have a lot of fun with this as well. I'm gonna keep some aside because there's not really all this room here. The fun part of roasting squash is that you can top it with whatever you want. You can top it with herbs. We're gonna use some herbs now. Pecans, cinnamon, ginger, onion, just sea salt and black pepper. I love that you can just use this as a base.
Ice cream?
And no ice cream. So now I'm gonna do a very basic one, even though pecans on top. At the end, you can just put the crunch. So, and then I'm gonna read you guys. I know that I'm not. So I'm just going to put some oil, okay? And extra virgin olive oil. And then you kind of spread it through.
Careful
like
with the boots, babe.
It's all right. Ben is always scared that is always very mindful of the shoes that I wear.
Well, they're beautiful. They're perfect for cooking.
They're really perfect for cooking. I put a lot of oil in here, guys. Oops, a little bit too much oil. But actually, no, it's not too much. It's too much if you are kind of a health freak like I am.
Can I make tea, babe?
Sure. What tea are you making?
I don't know.
So we have our beautiful kabocha, okay?
You want some?
There's really no, I have some somewhere there. Thank you, love though. Really, there's something really chestnutty. In this show, I think what we're doing also, we're inventing so many terms. Chestnutty is the new black. So is the chestnutty is, I love chestnuts, okay? I'm Italian, I come from the north, and we love our chestnuts. I love how it reminds me of chestnuts, but I'm still eating a vegetable. Salt flakes, okay? Then you are going to put more flakes once they're more salt, once they're cooked. Because I like, this is such a sweet, every squash, I mean, it's so sweet that you really want that salty kick, okay? Now, what we're doing here, I'm gonna just put this here for a second. We're gonna chop some herbs. So from the garden, I got some rosemary, Italian rosemary, Tuscan rosemary, I think it's called actually. Then we have some French thyme and English thyme. How sophisticated I've become.
We're on Pacific time.
We're on what do you mean? We're on Pacific, why are you guys using Pacific time? Why?
You said we were on English time.
God. Okay, you guys. We have Ben's humor. So these are the herbs from the garden. And big announcement, I'm actually going to try and start a vegetable garden because I want to have my own produce. And I want Catherine to eat good produce without having to go too far. So we'll see how it works. My friend Cynthia is a queen in doing it, and so I want to learn from her. The other day, I visited her. This is chives, okay? So we have chives, rosemary, English and French thyme, and that's it. So I visited her, and she gave me a few leaves of her. She has beautiful chard. It's the difference is amazing. It's amazing. The difference is unbelievable between the chard that you buy at the store, even at the farmer's market, I must say, and the one that she had in her garden. I just sauteed with some butter, and Ben didn't even try it. I think he couldn't eat. So I think that you couldn't eat. So that's why I ate it all by myself, and I just ate it for my afternoon snack. Chard and butter. I'm really weird. Oh my God, I was weird when I was little, and I think that kept on. Store-bought tomato taste like disappointment. Oh yeah, they do. And also tomatoes in the winter, because these chives are a little wet. So what we're doing here, we're just gonna sprinkle some herbs, okay, on top of our beautiful kabocha. Now, I love herbs, but I love this kabocha so much that I really want to taste the kabocha. Okay, so I don't want it to be overpowering. Sometimes salt and olive oil is the best. So we have some spices. Now I'm going to move this cutting board so you can actually see. Okay, now I think that for this one, that's it. I'm going to put some black pepper. I'm not going to use any cinnamon or ginger. So black pepper in the oven, 425 for hopefully not too long, because I'm really craving it, okay? Now, let's move to the other squash. We have an acorn squash here, okay? Do the same thing. But with this one, I think I'm going to play a little. So let's put some oil. Let's put a little bit less oil. And then we'll figure out what to do with the kabocha. I think we're gonna put it in our soup. Some olive oil. Okay. We have tomatoes all year long. Oh, wow. So we have some, so in this one I didn't put enough oil. So, guys, tell me, what did you do this weekend? What fun did you have this weekend? And also, actually, this is more of a bigger question. Do you like weekends? Because I hate them. Always did. Always had this dread for Sundays and holidays, aside from Christmas. I hate weekends. I don't like it. I don't like when everything stops. I come from a country where everything still stops for the weekend. I don't like it. I like the normality of the week, so I never liked the weekend. As a kid, I really got depressed when Sunday came. My father used to work in the garage, in his garage, and I used to work wood or fix things, listening to the soccer games on the radio. And I have these memories of, I don't know, it's almost anguish. I don't know why. But Sunday really was never been my favorite. Abby, you've been sick all weekend. I'm so sorry. Come over for a soup. Actually, probably I should bring you soup. I'm gonna bring you some of this soup. Yeah. Okay, Abby, I'm gonna bring you some of this soup, I promise. Now with these, I'm going to play a little. I'm gonna put some ginger. Just sprinkle some ginger. I'm gonna sprinkle some cinnamon. Woo! No, this is a lot of cinnamon, you guys. A little too much cinnamon. Sprinkle some cinnamon. Not too much. This is still an entree. No, it's not an entree, it's a side. You know what? Let's see.
Wait, where are your restaurants that you own? Somebody owns
So,
a restaurant.
now we add the, now we add the salt. I just want to put this in the oven and then salt. And put in the oven, okay? With his friend. I have some leftover time, why not? Say babe, who owns the restaurant and where? I'm gonna go. Rosemary, just.
Wait, what they say.
Just the herbs. I'm not going to, this one, since I've been more generous with the cinnamon and ginger, I'm going to just put the herbs here to perfume the squash. Your tea's ready. Put it in the oven with the other one, okay? 425. Now, soup time, soup time, soup time. So where's the restaurant? Okay, so Ben, you're really helpful if you read the comments for me. So now, soup.
I'm replying to you, I'm pretending to be you.
You're impersonating me. Now, what do we have for this soup? As I said, this is the base that I use for every soup, okay? I get this beautiful pot. It's actually pretty trashed. Should buy a new one. Olive oil, yes.
Marissa
Yeah.
has a daughter who's 8 years old named Abby,
Yeah.
who's watching this with her.
Oh my
and
God.
she's been sick this week. So when you said, Abby, I hope you feel better,
Oh,
she was completely shocked.
Well-
She thought you were talking to her.
Well,
Abby, Abby, you should feel better too.
Abby, let's call them two Abbies. I'm so sorry that you've been. Oh, I'm so sorry you were sick. And thank you for being there with your mom. What a treat. I mean, I don't have favorites, but this is probably the sweetest thing that has ever happened in this show, knowing that there's a mom with an 8-year-old watching the show. Thank you. Thank you. So, Abby, all my love to you. Soup, okay? Olive oil. What are we doing now? The base. My base, same thing every time. Even when I make the velvet soup, you know, when I make the velvet soup and then I blend it with the immersion blender. Then we'll talk about that too. So that you have kind of a broad, like you have a general recipe. Base
Somebody
is
suggested peppers and vegan sausage.
what? With what?
In the soup, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, but wait, wait a second. So onion, this was a big one, so I cut in half. Celery. And I'll tell you why I'm not chopping it, because I'm going to remove this when the soup is done. This is the base for the vegetable broth, okay? 2 carrots, 2 zucchini squash. I am learning I'm not a user of zucchini, so, but they make nice broth. So I'm gonna remove these 2. I cut a big part of it. 2 zucchini, okay? Now, what do we have? I have my potatoes. I like potatoes a lot. Who doesn't? So, what we're doing here, okay? Cutting the potatoes.
Peppy 715 says you look nice.
Oh, thank you.
I agree.
Thank you. I wanna show you how quick it can be. It doesn't have to be fancy with cutting board and all this stuff, okay? Potato. I'm using 2 yellow potatoes. Now, in this instance, I am chopping it because it's gonna be, I want to find the little chunks of potatoes. If it's a soup that then I'm going to blend, you can just cut the potato in half, or you don't have to be, I like to be precise with the cut when I want to find the little pieces, okay? So, same thing if you're putting butternut squash in here. If you have to then blend it, you can just put a big chunk of it and then it's going to cook, okay? So, if you're just doing a broth, you can just keep the potato whole. So, we chop little cubes of potatoes. And there's not really a recipe. You can put as much potato according to what you like. My mom makes a great potato and zucchini squash soup. It's a good color. I really hope to meet you one day, Ben. I hope I can meet Alice too. You're also awesome. Well, I hope to meet you too. Where do you live? I bet it was Alice's cooking that got you feeling better, Ben.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And massive doses of drugs.
I try to talk and cut. We won't talk about. You're living in Florida, Christy. Well, why not? You know, I live with a Florida. I'm married to.
Yeah.
I live with. Okay, so potatoes, right? So this soup is gonna be spinach. I put potatoes in every soup because what's the fun of it? Now we have this leftover of kabocha, right? Little cubes. I'm gonna do the same. It's gonna make such a creamy. I actually never tried the kabocha with the spinach. So every vegetable that you intend to remove, like I did with the onion, celery, zucchini, and carrot, you put it whole. And then when the time comes, just remove it, like after an hour when the soup is ready, when you see that they're way overcooked. And so everything that you want to find in little pieces, you chop. Now, the base is carrot, onion, zucchini, and celery, okay? You can put some garlic if you like garlic. Then, when I make the velvet soup, like the velvet butternut squash soup, I chop the butternut squash, cover with water, up and enough to cover the vegetables. And then bring it to a boil and simmer for like an hour and a half. Remove what I want to remove. Take the immersion blender and add some Oatly or milk if you drink milk and blend it until it becomes velvet. And that's how easy it is to make that, okay? This one, I'm not gonna blend it, even though spinach makes a beautiful blended, maybe
We have a
could blend
question. Do you saute the vegetables
I
first?
do.
Yes.
I do. I was about to tell you that. Yeah,
And
I do.
We have several hellos from North Central Florida.
Ooh,
Hello
Florida.
back from the North Central Floridian. Hello,
Hi,
Tampa
Florida.
Bay.
Hi, Tampa Bay. Wish I was back in North Central Florida. Where are you, Crash Wilbury? What's your name? Lots of Floridian, yay.
My father had a show on what they called educational television on the local, what
Really?
would now be the PBS station called North Central Florida Viewpoint. And we watched it every time. And I was really little.
What do you mean your
And,
father had a show?
It was like a kind of local political talk show, I think.
He was on it?
He hosted it. Like a
Wow, I
round table
didn't know
discussion.
that.
And all I remember is I didn't know what the hell they were talking about when my papa was on TV.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know how many episodes there were. There may
Okay,
have been
so wait a
3.
second. So here we have, right? Now, again, very selfish means I wanted to make a soup that Catherine would eat. So that's why we're doing spinach. Now, you can chop the spinach as much or as little as you want. I'm gonna chop them a lot so that I'm sure that Catherine is going to eat them. It's crazy, like she eats everything if it's not in the form of a leaf. Like, yesterday a piece of kale touched her tongue and it was like it was as if she had just tasted the worst thing in the world. Dude. So I'm chopping it to make sure that she see them almost as a, I don't know. So let's chop the spinach. And you can do kale. Kale makes a beautiful soup as well. You can do chard. I had a lot of spinach and so I wanted to use it. I actually really like the taste of spinach. So let's chop it it's almost that it's gonna dissolve in the water. Okay, so mothers, parents out there, what's your trick to have your kids eat vegetables? Tell me. Great knife skills. Thank you. It's very much an act. This is the only thing I can do with the knife. Thank you. Actually, I learned when they give you they pay a compliment to say thank you. Thank you. My super sensitive picky toddler has grown into sushi-eating young man. Gives me hope. I love spinach. I'm really chopping this stuff. Do you remember that the other day I posted a video making fancy carrots? And I kept saying how much Catherine loved carrots. She didn't eat them. They were delicious, we did. She didn't eat them. She decided that there was a no carrot day. And I'm doing my best to not have a spoiled girl. Like I'm really, you know, I don't make, she eats what we eat. I don't get her. Baba, here,
Catherine.
talking about the devil.
I'm coming right now.
Okay,
No,
so
baby, you
this
should go
spinach is
when
very
you get a
chopped.
break. You should go give her a hug and I'll entertain the
Yeah,
truth.
so we chop the spinach a lot here. Okay, so put it in the,
Catherine, where are you?
put in the soup. Okay. Elise took her to the Americana today. The other day we went to the Grove, and she loves to stare at the water. So, okay, we have the spinach. I'm actually put some more. Guys, should I put more spinach? Am I risking too much? Wait to try the bee. Yes? Okay,
I'll say.
I'm gonna just give Catherine a hug. I'm gonna put some basil in here. Okay? Ciao, amore della mia vita. Ciao, amore. Sei andata al parco o sei andata all'americano?
This is the ceremonial turning back on of the tea kettle that I forgot about because Alice is giving Catherine a hug and talking to her. Because you got to put the kids first, ahead of even this. As lovely as it will be, it's different every time and it's fantastic. What are you doing? Are you going to help with the garbage? She's somewhere down here. You can't see her.
Ouch!
Right down there.
You just hit me! Ouch!
And it felt like a kiss.
That felt like a big hit.
Sorry, baby.
Catherine, non toccare la spazzatura, amore. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, I didn't read. Did you guys? Should I put more? Should I put more spinach? Okay, you guys. Okay.
I'll be right there.
So this, I would put more spinach because this is a spinach soup. Okay. So just a tiny bit more. Then I'm gonna saute the rest with some butter. You can pretty much puree any soup. Puree, I don't like the term puree. I like blended velvet cream.
Impure A.
So I will see how I feel about this. Because it's gonna be spinach and split peas. Why not? You know, I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you puree this into a beautiful velvet cream? My parents tried everything, but I didn't eat a single vegetable until I was 21. Jeez. Well,
If you puree it, I bet you can blend it into my
you know, I'll tell you this story. I used to be a very, I didn't eat much when I was little, and my parents forced me, and no wonder I developed an eating disorder. They really force-fed me. But then, you know, growing up, I actually liked everything. I was a great eater. I would actually eat too much. I want to tell you a story in the future about that. It's a very, makes me feel very vulnerable in sharing this story, but I want to tell you the truth about everything because holding things back just makes life miserable. Anyway, so I was a good eater. I would eat everything. There was one thing that I didn't eat, artichokes, especially these boiled artichokes with potatoes. And my mom, like, she would make this stew with potatoes and artichokes. It makes me throw up just thinking about it right now after 37 years. And they forced me to eat this stuff. I couldn't leave the table until the plate was empty, right? So I'm very old school when it comes to, and I hated it, and I think that they made a huge mistake. I'm old school when it comes to her eating, that's what's to eat, and that's what you eat. But there's a limit, because when a more grown-up kid if it's really a matter of taste, if there's something that a kid really doesn't like, I find it really wrong to force it on them. You know, I am old school in the sense this house is not a restaurant, and that's what's to eat. So I don't know. It's a very there's I think that there's a thin line when you can make an exception. Say, okay, if you know, if she really doesn't like something, why would I force her to eat something she really doesn't like, right? Because today I still have this nightmare of artichokes. I can't really eat artichokes, and if I think about this too, it makes me gag. And so, what I wouldn't want to create those memories in her, you know. So here we have this. Now, what I'm going to do, I have this leftover of a piece of chive, so why not? I have some parsley, why not? They say the parsley goes everywhere. So this is what we have here. The secret ingredient is about to come up, okay? Now, we're going to saute this before adding the water. So, I'll bring you here with me, don't worry. I'll bring you here with me. So, and meanwhile, look at this, you guys. I'm recording so that then it's gonna go on YouTube. Here we are. So, we are sauteing this beauty. And then we're gonna add the water. One more thing that I want to add. Look at this beauty. Parmigiano Reggiano. I bought a big piece of Parmigiano the other day, and it was beautiful with rind. And so that's to me the secret for every soup. So every soup that you want to make, have a base of carrot, zucchini, onion, garlic if you want, and celery, okay? Add whatever you want. You can add kale, you can add cabbage, you can add, you can just, if you want to make a zucchini soup, okay, add your favorite vegetable / vegetables. Cook it, okay? Stir fry it like this, saute like this, and then add the water. If you can, always add the Parmesan cheese, because it really makes the soup special. And then, towards the end, add either legumes or grains. What's up? Legumes, no? Don't you say legumes?
Legumes.
I'm going to, usually, you know, like this one is a soup that we're going to try in a little bit. Is I use barley and red lentils. This one I'm going to use split peas and rice. I love spinach and rice. I love, you can add like small pasta, but towards the end. Lentils, you can add beans, you can add garbanzo beans. So really, think of this as a salad. Add whatever, once you have the base, add whatever you'd like that is gonna make you happy. So, I'm just running the water, and I'm going to...
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
So, that's the beauty of the soup, and that's how easy it is to make a soup. It doesn't really require... It requires a few ingredients, some time, but you know, you can do it in an instant pot, and it's gonna have the times in a half. What I like to do when it comes to soup is make it the day before, and then let it steep. I call it steep, almost like a tea. Let it steep. Here it is. Let it steep overnight, and then the following day you have this super flavorful. You can smell it already. it's
You saute in olive oil.
I saute in olive oil. Yeah, it's a carnival, and
It's a cruise line.
beautiful. Now, let's bring this to a boil, and let's add these. I want them from the very beginning, and then I take them out halfway in so that they don't become too chewy. But I want the cheese too. Okay, so I'm gonna get this in. Now, while we wait for the squash to cook, and for this to get to a boil, so you can actually have a look. Look, I want to show you. I'm doing with two devices. So, see, isn't this beautiful? Okay. Oh, my boots. You know, I'll tell you this. I don't always, you know, I mean, I go out, but this show for me has been a really nice way to dress up, you know, put some makeup on a Monday that I wouldn't necessarily do. Yes, babe.
Mi dispiace, ma devo partire
Okay,
correndo,
okay.
ma torno.
Give her a hug for me.
Okay.
Okay, so, well, so can we talk about salt? Yeah. Now, you say all of this in butter oil. No, yeah, saute in olive oil. Is there a knock-knock fridge? What is a knock-knock fridge?
A knock-knock joke?
Wait a second, little Abby is a cooking competition in 2 weeks. Wow! Oh my, ask me anything. I mean, not that no, it's not ask me anything, but I'm an expert. But Marissa, please, ask me anything. And, oh my God, that's really exciting. In 2 weeks, I'll be thinking of her. Abby, that's fantastic. I'm here if you need help, okay? So, message me. Message me, and I have a question here. Shoot. I don't know why it doesn't let me hit the question. Ooh, you guys, what happened? Oh, wait a second. What happened here? Oh my God. Oof. Can we see them for a second? Oh my, I love this cooking show. It's the best. You knock on the window and the lights up. I think so. I don't know. It's the one that saves the cold. Like you can just open the little. Could you show somebody how to make a veggie frittata? Yeah, I'd love to. My boots, you want to see? Ta-dum, ta-dum. The brand, I believe, is called Buon. They're super. Oh, you guys, I'm making a mess here. The brand is called Buon, I believe. I can tell you later, though. The nice thing about making veggie soup or salad is that you can eat the vegetables while making it. Thank you. That would be wonderful. Okay, so we have a few more minutes before this is ready. I want to show you. How easy it is to make something with cabbage that I know that not everybody likes cabbage. I happen to love it. So I have some cabbage here. This is getting to a boil. I'm here. Getting the cabbage. Okay. Also to this soup, you know what you can add? You can add some tofu. You can add tofu. You can add some. You can add some egg white. It's an old thing, but adding egg white to the soup, I think is also in the Eastern cuisine. I don't know. My grandmother used to make this soup with fennel, wild herbs, lamb for the day after Easter, and then she would break an egg into the soup. Okay, let's be here, you guys. I want to show you this. My dad is a farmer for 6, and cabbage is fall crop. Are you and Ben vegetarians? Yeah, we're 90% vegan in the sense that we eat some cheese and we eat some eggs. We try to be careful where they come from, and that's it. No meat. Ben eats some fish on occasion. I don't really. Do you like your new kitchen better than the other? Oh, that's a very difficult question because I actually miss the other one. I really do. Okay, here we have our cabbage, okay? I want to show you. Let's get a... Oh, I think the squash is almost ready. I can smell it. I really hope Catherine is going to like it because... Ooh. Oh yeah, it's almost ready, you guys. A few more minutes. So just the time to show you something about cabbage. This is how my grandmother used to make it. I'm not inventing anything here, okay? Olive oil, okay? So yeah, to answer your question, olive oil. I don't know if I love it more. I love that there is more space. There was something really soulful about the other one. I actually miss it. So they're different. Maybe once you get used to your new kitchen, you will like it as well. I'm sure I will. So you slice this very, very fine, okay? One thing that you can also do to slice this, I use the mandolin very often for this. I have the cutting board here now, but when I want to be quick, the mandolin that I showed you the other day I was actually talking to someone on Instagram about it. It's a great, quick way to slice, cabbage or apples. So I was talking to someone on Instagram. It's a great tool if you use the... Welcome back, Christy. Raw cabbage is amazing. With anchovy sauce, heavy cream, and anchovy sauce, and heavy cream, melted anchovies, and olive oil. So good. So you slice you finely chop this, okay? I love this so much that sometimes I just eat it when I'm hungry and I don't want to have, I don't have anything for a snack. I just heat it up in the microwave and eat it. And also, I'll tell you why I'm doing this now, because I need to make dinner. So while I'm here with you guys, I'm making dinner. Melted anchovies, yes. You can just melt the anchovies in that. You just take, anchovies, put them in some heavy cream, and heat them up on a little pot, and they make a beautiful sauce. That's one of the bases for the bagna cauda, a traditional dish from Piemonte. Is this sauce of heavy cream, anchovies, and garlic, and then you dip in it every vegetable. Ooh, so good. Bye, Cookie. Thank you for being here. Good night. Yeah, it's something that, but yeah, you can actually just melt the anchovies in some heavy cream, or even non-dairy cream if you don't need dairy, and then add some olive oil and dress like a cabbage slaw with that. So good. If you like anchovies. Ben loves anchovies. So now I'm gonna show you, okay? And then I can really smell the squash. I think it's time. The thing about the squash is that one thing that you can't really eat raw. So raw. I always have difficulty saying raw. So okay, here the soup has gotten to a boil. So now I'm gonna lower the heat and I'm gonna let it cook for an hour, 2, and then let it rest. Tomorrow, I'm gonna show you tomorrow because one of the difficulties of making soup on this show is that I knew that I wouldn't be able to try that soup with you, but I want to show you and try the other one that I made the other day with the exact same base, okay? Oh wow, so your shows inspired me to eat more. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I don't want to be one of those preaching vegan that I just care, and so I don't judge those who eat meat. I'm just I like to raise some awareness in eating a little bit less of it, you know, if you can't eliminate it. And listen, I love meat. I miss it. And Ben and I were watching a show called Somebody Feed Phil the other night, and he was in Argentina, and so they were in Buenos Aires, and they were eating all this meat and the, you know, sweetbreads and the interiors and the intestine. I love this stuff. What brand of knife do you use? This is called Victorinox. You know, I'm actually very much due for some good knives. I don't have good knives, and I wanted to understand whether this cooking thing was really a passion and not just a phase for me before investing on a good knife. And since it's clear that it's not just a phase, I would like to, yeah. Do you guys have a favorite brand of, do you guys have a favorite brand of knives that you would suggest? So I'm slicing all this, and we're almost, and then we're ready to try, because I know that it's a very fun part of the game is you watching me enjoy my food. Wow, somebody lost almost 90 pounds. 90 eating better and trying new recipes. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's really, it makes me really happy. It makes me really happy. Okay, so here we have our cabbage, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add salt. I'm going to add some white vinegar. I'm going to use rice vinegar because it's delicate. I don't love too much vinegar. And I'm going to saute. It's something you have to really be on, like, because it sticks very easily. And guys, I'm hungry, by the way. I'm really hungry. And so, let me move this aside. Let me take you with me to the stove. So this is my dinner. I think we're gonna have cabbage. Like it's kind of a sauerkraut. I'll show you now. I'm not gonna let you hang in there without knowing. I'm just gonna take the squash out so we can eat it, because I'm really hungry. I don't know about you guys. I'm also a freak when it comes to clean. Night, Christy. Bye, Christy. Augustov. Yes, of course. That Evitronox. Okay. I'm just trying to go. Messer. Oh, yes, I know that brand. Yes. Oh wow, you guys have a lot of brand. Okay, I'm gonna go through it when the show is over so that I can write down the brands. And okay, let's take out our squash. Oh my god, you guys! I need to wait a second though. I need to do something first. I can't. Oh no, okay. I need to do this first. I forget, I used to have a stainless steel countertop. I'm actually likely going to replace this countertop because they are the worst choice we have made for a kitchen. And I can't find anything where I can put the... Oh, let's do this. We hate these countertops. They are wrong. They're wrong, they are not well made, and we're gonna have to replace them. So I forget that I have to put something when something comes out of the oven. Guys, can you see this? Because I wish you could smell it. Can you? Good night. No, I'm not leaving. I'm saying good night to living the dream. Can you see? It's let's do this. It still smokes. Now, I think I'm gonna eat the. Can't do this. This is so good, you guys. Salt. Amazing. Sorry, wow. 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 And then if you do this with all the salt, look at this. I actually eat this skin. Yeah, I'm eating the skin in this one. I like that because it's so soft and buttery that the skin. I actually burned myself really bad. Amazing, and the herbs are just right. You can add more herbs if you want. I really like the idea of tasting the kabocha. Wow, this is delicious. I take the other one. You can try the other one as well. Wow, so good. You know, I never actually had the kabocha skin, but it's really fantastic. It really gives that last kick. Well, I'm going to heat in the microwave the soup that I made, and I'll tell you about it. Let's get the other squash. Very different squash. Very different. This is more vegetable. The other one is more almost like a potato. No, the first one was kabocha, and this is acorn, okay? So, guys, what's your plan for the week? And what are you gonna do this week? Anything special? My grandmother always left the skin on roasted squash. It's delicious. Isn't it amazing that, I know that I talk about this often, but there's something like food that I ate it all my life is what is giving me joy and a beautiful community, like right now. And also is the source of so much discovery lately, and I find it quite surprising. And you forgot that.
I know, but I wrote another one.
Okay. So let me just to know who you guys are. I mean, not that I don't know who you guys are. Just to know more your story. Is there any of you there that had suffered from an eating disorder or body dysmorphia or food issues? Still is? Has a family member that has? I just want to understand. I want to try not to burn myself. But the kabocha is delicious.
Yeah? Well, of course. Yeah, it's cinnamon.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It's soft, right? Is it soft?
It's very hot though, you need to be careful.
Okay.
It wasn't,
Un po' per favore.
I had some, come here. Mine. This is a little bit too much cinnamon. I wasn't entirely sure about this because I was so craving kabocha. Wait a second, it's hot. This is truly delicious. The cinnamon was perfect. The ginger, you can barely taste it. Here. Come here. I want. No, this is a cooking show. The good part of the cooking show is when you eat. Give me. Meow. Do you want to try the kabocha before we try the soup? And Elise, I have some squash for Catherine if she wants to try it.
Oh, that's the butternut.
No, that was a, come here. Come here.
This is kabocha and this is kabocha, right?
No, this is acorn. This is kabocha.
No wonder it tastes so different. The suspense is killing me. Fantastical. I love kabocha. Like she said, there was a restaurant called Anaka. They made a kabocha soup that was unbelievable, and they're gone. I used to go there and see Flea there and see Rick Rubin there. One time I saw Leonard Cohen there. One time I went in and I knew everybody in the room. And I also met people there that, it's a long story, I'll tell you sometime.
I love this. So good. Now, I'll show you the soup, and then we can, before we end this. I can't believe that it's done already. Like, I wait.
Baby,
Oh, I know. I wait all week for you guys to be here, and then in an hour, everything is gone. It's like, I know, it's so quick.
Somebody asked you to say something in Italian.
Cosa devo dire in italiano?
Forse
Sai cosa dico? Caldo.
dobbiamo cambiare il pannolino. È possibile felice o arrabbiata?
Okay, this is what. Catherine, dobbiamo cambiare il pan. Why is there a piece of paper towel in the thing?
No.
Dobbiamo cambiare il pannolino. Lo vogliamo fare felici o lo vogliamo fare arrabbiati? Felice veloce o arrabbiato e lento?
And it means, Catherine, it's time to change your diaper. Do you want to do it quickly and happily or angrily and slowly?
Okay, now, show you. This soup, okay, is the same base that we used for the spinach. And instead of spinach and potato, I used 1 butternut squash. I chopped mushrooms. Here, actually, I use frozen mushrooms. I just chopped them because I don't like to find the big chunks. Barley and red lentils. Same broth and Parmesan crust, okay? It's like going to the woods. The mushroom and the rosemary makes it like a mountain, a little mountain retreat in the woods. So you walk out of the mountain retreat and you step into the woods and you have this. It's almost, you bring inside what's outside. And what a gift of vegetables. What a gift of produce. What a gift of nature. Delicious. So, I'm going to take you, before we close, I want to take you to have a look, take a look at the soup. Okay? Hi, other Alice. Hi. Here, guys, this is the only way that I have to then give you the show on YouTube. Okay, so we have 2 minutes left. I want to show you 2 things. Tell you 2 things. Now we're almost here. The Parmesan crust is releasing all the fat and the beauty and the taste. Okay, the flavor. Okay, look at this. It's been cooking for 15 minutes. I'm going to soon add my split peas, and later on I'm going to add my rice. Okay? Now, I know this was a little bit different of an episode because we haven't really tried the soup that we have made, but it was the best thing I could do. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for making this a beautiful. You really give Monday a whole new meaning. So acorn squash with cinnamon and sea salt, kabocha squash with herbs and salt, and a beautiful spinach and split pea soup. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And let's keep the conversation going on Instagram.
And tell
there.
your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends, because Instagram doesn't necessarily tell everybody. Thank you so much for being with me in this beautiful community. I love you. Buon appetito, you guys. Have a beautiful week. Bye, guys.
Buonanotte.